Hi, this is the second lecture of the MCQs of some basic concepts of chemistry. We have seen 25 questions, that is multiple choice questions for the same chapter. Now I'll be starting with question number 26. In this lecture, we'll be solving question number 26 to question number 50. So all in all, you will have 50 questions, multiple choice questions with their solutions in these two lectures. Let's see question number 26. What will be the weight of slack lime required to decompose 8 grams of ammonium chloride? And your answers, the options are given. Now what is slack lime? It is CaOH twice. Correct now? So first thing first, I'll have to write the reaction, that is ammonium chloride plus slack lime CaOH twice. Now this is going to give me CaCl2 as a major product, ammonia and water. Now you need to balance this reaction. We'll try to balance this. Here we'll have 2 times NH4Cl and 2 times. Now the reaction is perfectly balanced. So this is 2 moles. 2 moles means 2 into molar mass. The molar mass of ammonium chloride is going to be somewhere around 53.5. So this is equal to 107 grams. Correct? Now this everything twice of this. In molar mass, this is 1 mole. So that is molar mass. Molar mass of this is going to be 74. Correct now, so I'll write it here, 74 grams. Correct. So what I'm supposed to find is the weight of slack lime required to decompose 8 grams. So from the reactions it is very much clear. Like I'll just write it here, NH4Cl and CaOH twice. From the reaction it is very much clear that 107 grams of NH4Cl requires 74 grams of CaOH twice in order to decompose NH4Cl completely. Therefore, this will be since. Therefore, 8 grams of NH4Cl will require X of this. So X is obviously the weight of CaOH twice that we want. So it should be 8 into 74 upon 107. So if you do the approximation here, it should be, I'll multiply this, 592 upon, I'll just round it off as 100. This is approximation. Looking at the options, I'm doing this. You see, options are not even close to each other. So we can just see here, this is going to be somewhere around 5.92. Correct? Now this is an approximate answer, not the exact one. Which option is closest to this? You see, this is the one. So your answer is the first option. Question number 27. 5 grams of Ag2CO3 and CaCO3 on heating gives a residue which required 100 milliliters of M by 5 mol. This is molarity, M by 5 HCl for complete neutralization. The percentage of Ag in the original mixture will be. So let's see the solution now. Here we will have to assume a few things. So let the weight of Ag2CO3, let us consider something this as A grams, and the weight of CaCO3, considering it as B grams. Therefore, as per the given data, what I can say is A plus B is equal to 5 grams, isn't it? It is given, 5 grams. Okay, fine. Now let us write the reactions here. On heating, Ag2CO3 will decompose. Ag2CO3 on heating, you know, this is heating, right? It will decompose as 2Ag plus CO2 plus half O2. Whereas CaCO3 will decompose as CaO and CO2. Right? These are the reactions. Thus, what is the residue that you are getting? The residue, I am writing it all just here. Residue which uses HCl for neutralization is CaO. Correct? Now this is the only residue. None of these products, these are gases, it's not a residue. So CaO is the only residue that you get. Correct? So therefore, equivalence of CaCO3 should be equal to the equivalence. I am writing the short forms. EQ means equivalence of CaO should be equal to the equivalence of HCl. करेक्ट ना, इक्विवेलेंस, ये मैंने शॉर्ट फॉर्म लिखा है ऑफ HCl. ये सबका इक्विवेलेंट सेम आना चाहिए, तभी एक दूसरे को वो न्यूट्रलाइज कर सकते हैं. राइट? सो हाउ डू वी फाइंड आउट द इक्विवेलेंस नाउ? इट शुड बी वेट ऑफ CaCO3, करेक्ट, अपॉन 100/2, वेट अपॉन इक्विवेलेंट वेट. करेक्ट ना, 100/2. Molecular weight of CaCO3 is 100 and the total charge on cation or anion is 2. This is how we find out the equivalent weight. This is a formula to find out the equivalence. Equivalent का जो formula लिखा है यहाँ पे, कौन सा formula यूज़ किया है? Weight upon equivalent weight. तो ये weight अपने को निकालना है और CaCO3 ये salt है, इसका equivalent weight कैसे निकालते हैं? मॉलिक्यूलर वेट अपॉन टोटल चार्ज ऑन कैटायन और अनायन. CaCO3 में कैटायन का चार्ज Ca+2 है या अनायन का -2 है, तो वो 2 लिया ये एन फैक्टर, तो इसका इक्विवेलेंट हो गया. करेक्ट और नॉट? और इक्विवेलेंट ऑफ अभी किसका निकालना है? वी हैव टू फाइंड द इक्विवेलेंट ऑफ HCl. इक्विवेलेंट ऑफ HCl कैसे निकालेंगे? इक्विवेलेंट का और एक फॉर्मूला है, नॉर्मेलिटी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय वॉल्यूम इन मिलीलीटर्स, है ना. तो HCl का नॉर्मेलिटी दिया है क्या? ऑब्वियसली नहीं दिया है, मोलारिटी. लेकिन HCl का एन फैक्टर 1 है ना, इसके लिए उसका मोलारिटी और नॉर्मेलिटी सेम आएगा. तो ये नॉर्मेलिटी लेंगे 1/5 नॉर्मल. आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस. फॉर HCl आई विल रिपीट द एन फैक्टर, ये सोल्यूशंस में आता है, सोल्यूशंस एंड कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी में. HCl का नंबर ऑफ रिप्लेसेबल H+ आयंस इज 1, है ना. इसके लिए उसका नॉर्मेलिटी और मोलारिटी सेम आएगा. उन्होंने मोलारिटी दिया है m/5, बट इसको नॉर्मेलिटी दिया जा सकता है. नॉर्मेलिटी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय वॉल्यूम इज ऑल्सो फॉर्मूला फॉर इक्विवेलेंस. ये कौन सा फॉर्मूला है? वेट अपॉन इक्विवेलेंट वेट. इक्विवेलेंस वेट, इक्विवेलेंस का और एक फॉर्मूला है, नॉर्मेलिटी इनटू वॉल्यूम. मैंने सिनॉप्सिस के लेक्चर में इक्विवेलेंट, है ना, पूरा सिखाया आपको. सो नॉर्मेलिटी हम लोग लेंगे 1/5, करेक्ट, और वॉल्यूम कितना दिया है? 100 मिलीलीटर्स. सो इट इज 1/5 into 100 ऐसे, लेकिन वॉल्यूम मिलीलीटर्स में है ना, इसके लिए 1000 आना चाहिए, तो यहाँ पे 1000 आएगा, है ना. शेयर विल हैव 1000, है ना. कहाँ पे आएगा? ये नॉर्मेलिटी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय वॉल्यूम, है ना, अपॉन 1000. ये ऐसे आएगा, ऐसा आएगा. आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग इट हियर. नॉर्मेलिटी का एक फॉर्मूला लिख रहा हूँ जस्ट हियर. ये कैसे आया मैं बता रहा हूँ. Normality is basically what? Number of equivalents, है ना, equivalents upon volume in milliliter. मिलीलीटर रहेगा तो 1000 आएगा. इसके लिए equivalents क्या हो गया, है ना, equivalents, number of equivalents will be normality multiplied by volume upon 1000, है ना, जो ये मैंने यहाँ पे लिया. So this will get cancelled, isn't it? राइट. सो यू आर लेफ्ट विथ 1/50 और यहाँ पे भी 50 है. सो इट विल गेट कैंसल्ड, है ना. ये 50 है कि नहीं, ये पूरा सब कुछ कैंसिल हो जाएगा. दिस इज 50 and this is 50. So this gets cancelled and then you are having weight of CaCO3 which you get is 1 grams. So therefore what is the weight of Ag2CO3? क्या आएगा? 5 minus 1, है ना. that should be 4 grams ऐसे, है ना, क्योंकि दोनों का मिला के 5 grams है. करेक्ट और नॉट? ऐसे. So that is what we got. Now what I am supposed to find is the percentage of Ag. Correct or not? That is what I am supposed to find. तो सबसे पहले हम लोग क्या फाइंड आउट करते हैं, है ना, ये इसमें वेट ऑफ Ag in AgNO3 निकाल लेते हैं. वेट ऑफ Ag in Ag2CO3. Ag2CO3 कैसे निकालेंगे? Ag2CO3 का मोलर मास होना चाहिए कितना? Ag2CO3 का 108 का डबल 216 आता है. कार्बन इज 12, O3 मतलब 48. टोटल करेंगे तो 276 आएगा. तो जब Ag2CO3 का मोलर मास 276 है, उसमें Ag2 यानी इतना है 216 ऐसा. करेक्ट और नॉट? तो 4 में कितना ऐसा? 4 ग्राम्स में कितना, है ना. ये 4 है ना, है ना. जब Ag2CO3 इतना होता है तो उसमें Ag इतना होता है, तो 4 ग्राम Ag2CO3 में कितना? दिस कैलकुलेशन, है ना. we'll have to do this calculation. So if you do this calculation, this will be approximately somewhere around 3.13 grams. 3.13. अब इसका परसेंटेज निकाल सकते हैं, है ना. हाउ डू वी फाइंड द परसेंटेज? एक्स्ट्रा इंफॉर्मेशन को मैं ऐसे बॉक्स कर देता हूँ. हाउ डू वी सॉल्व द परसेंटेज नाउ? जस्ट चेक, आई एम सॉल्विंग इट हियर. कैसे कर सकते हैं परसेंटेज? परसेंटेज ऑफ Ag, परसेंटेज ऑफ Ag शुड बी इक्वल टू, है ना, टोटल सॉल्ट कितना है 5 ग्राम्स, उसमें Ag कितना है 3.13. ये निकाला ना अभी, तो 100 में कितना? करेक्ट ना. सो ये अप्रॉक्सीमेटली आपका कुछ तो 60s में आंसर आएगा. 62.6% के आसपास आंसर आएगा, है ना, जो ऑप्शंस में है. ऑब्वियसली इफ यू ऑल सी इट इज गिवन इन द ऑप्शंस 62.6. ये आपका आंसर है. सेकेंड ऑप्शन इज योर आंसर. Let us see question number 28. The molar mass of an organic acid was determined by the study of its barium salt. 4.290 grams of the salt was converted to free acid by the reaction with 21.64 milliliters of 0.477 molar H2SO4. The barium salt was found to have 2 moles of hydration per Ba+2 ion and the acid is monobasic acid. So what is the molecular weight of the anhydrous acid? This is your question. Here again we can easily solve this by equating the equivalents. Here in the solution, first thing first, the equivalence of the barium salt, barium, Ba stands for barium, should be equal to the equivalents of acid. How do we find the equivalents of barium salt? What is the formula? It is weight upon equivalent weight. What is the weight of barium salt that they have given? It is 4.290 grams upon equivalent weight of barium salt is the molar mass of the barium salt. We don't know which salt it is. Upon the total charge on cation or anion. Now anion we don't know, but cation we know. It's going to be cation of barium. So the charge is going to be 2. So this is weight upon equivalent weight, है ना. That is a formula for equivalence of barium salt, जिसमें weight दिया गया है. और equivalent weight of salt क्या आता है? molar mass upon the total charge on cation और anion. barium salt का molar mass मालूम नहीं, इसके लिए m लिखा है, और cation का charge तो 2 ही आएगा, total charge, right? ये हो गया. Now equivalence of acid should be what? It is normality multiplied by volume in milliliter divided by 1000. Normality, are we given the normality of H2SO4? No, we are given molarity. So normality will be twice of this, correct na, n factor. So normality is twice of molarity because H2SO4 का n factor is 2 times multiplied by 0.477. Understood? ये 2 क्यों आया? मोलैरिटी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 2 इज नॉर्मेलिटी फॉर H2SO4. H2SO4 का n फैक्टर मतलब नंबर ऑफ रिप्लेसेबल H plus ions इज 2. इसके लिए ऐसा आता है नॉर्मेलिटी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय वॉल्यूम. व्हाट इज द वॉल्यूम दैट दे हैव गिवन? इट इज गिवन एज 21.64. And here it is, and because it is in milliliters, you require 1000 here. After doing calculations, this 2 if I adjust, the molar mass that you will get and end up getting somewhere around 415.60. This will be the molar mass of the barium salt. Now we'll have to do a few assumptions here, कुछ assume करना पड़ेगा. The molar mass ऑफ बेरियम सॉल्ट. बेरियम सॉल्ट का मैं फॉर्मूला ले रहा हूँ बी और ए मतलब अनायन. अनायन अपने को मालूम नहीं है लेकिन बेरियम का चार्ज +2 होता है, इसके लिए ये 2 आएगा ऐसे फॉर श्योर, करेक्ट. एंड 2 times H2O ऐसे ले सकते हैं. दिस विल बी द फॉर्मूला जो हमने अज्यूम किया है, राइट. एंड ये मोलर मास हमने निकाला है 415.60 ऐसे. Now where I'm just writing it here, A, what is A? यहाँ पे लिखता हूँ A is the anion of monobasic acid. है ना, तभी तो उसका चार्ज 1 है और बेरियम एक बार लिया गया है. मोनोबेसिक एसिड का अनायन रहेगा तो चार्ज विल बी सिंगल नेगेटिव चार्ज आएगा, तभी बेरियम यहाँ पे एक बार लिया है, करेक्ट और नॉट. और ये उन्होंने दिया है, ये दिस इज गिवन मोनोबेसिक एसिड, तभी हम लोग ऐसा लिख रहे हैं. अनायन ऑफ मोनोबेसिक एसिड ऑफ एटॉमिक वेट. उसका एटॉमिक वेट कुछ तो कंसिडर करते हैं. एटॉमिक वेट लेट अस से समथिंग A, small a, correct. Therefore what I can say is barium का atomic weight is 137 plus 2a आएगा, correct ना. A2 है ना, so it is 2a plus 2 times water is 36. This everything is equal to 415.60. yeah, इसकी मदद से हम लोग a निकाल सकते हैं. And if you do the calculations, A you will end up getting as 121.6 and it is 121.6. तो molecular weight आएगा कि नहीं एसिड का. Hence molar mass of acid easily हो जाएगा. अभी molar mass जो आपको निकालना है ऑफ एसिड. अब उस एसिड में एक ही H प्लस है, एक हाइड्रोजन, तो उसका 1 + 121.6. सो द टोटल आंसर विल बी 122.6, करेक्ट ना. ये कैसे आया 1 है ना, मोनोबेसिक एसिड दिया है ना, तो एक ही हाइड्रोजन रहेगा. इसके लिए ये अनायन का ऐड किया और कटायन का, है ना. दिस शुड बी योर फाइनल आंसर. इज इट देयर इन योर ऑप्शन? येस इट इज. ऑप्शन 3 दैट इज योर फाइनल आंसर. Let's see question number 29. A mixture of FeO and Fe3O4 when heated in air, that is O2, to constant weight gains 5% in its weight. What is the percentage of Fe3O4 in the mixture? And your options are given. Now let's begin. Here also we'll have to make a few assumptions in the solution. Let first thing first, the weight of FeO, I'm going to consider something, let's say it is something A grams, and the weight of Fe3O4, I'm going to consider this something as B grams. Okay, right. Now let's write down the reaction, that is first reaction will be FeO. This is air, correct now, they have given treated with air. This is going to give you Fe2O3, right? Let's say first you'll end up getting Fe2O3, and I need to balance this reaction. The reaction is very well balanced. Now the combustion of Fe3O4, this will also end up giving me Fe2O3. Again, I need to balance this. This should be 3 times, this should be half, this should be 2 times. Correct? So now here, let us just see FeO giving Fe2O3. Okay, what is the molar mass of this FeO? FeO is going to be 56 plus 16, that is 74, cut twice, no? Yeah, it should be 56 plus 16. Let us just see this. 56 plus 16, atomic mass of Fe is 56 and oxygen is 16. So this is going to be 72. 72 का twice लेना है लेकिन, so that is 144 grams, है ना? ये ऐसा आएगा 144 grams. And Fe2O3 का molar mass should be equal to 160 then. This is going to be 56 का twice 112 and 16 3s are 48. If I add, this is, so 144 grams of FeO gives 160 grams of this. Are you getting it? So A grams of this will give how many? Correct now. So the question mark here should be equal to A into 160 upon 144 grams. Now, similarly, we need to think about this. Fe3O4 giving Fe2O3. So what is the molar mass of Fe3O4? और उसका twice लेना है because it is 2 moles. So that comes out to be somewhere around 464 grams of this is producing 160 का 3 times. So that is going to be 480 grams. Correct? Now the molar mass of this is 160 is what we have already calculated into 3 times. Correct? So B grams of this will require how much? So here the question mark again is cross multiplication 480 into B upon 464. Right? Okay. Now we know that A plus B is equal to 100. I'll call it as equation 1. And अगर ऐसा हमने assume किया है ये, तो फिर हमने क्या कहना चाहिए, है ना, ये 160A by 144 plus 480B by 464 should be 105. This is equation 2. करेक्ट ना, क्योंकि वेट गेन हुआ है. इफ यू सी द क्वेश्चन 5% से गेन हुआ है. 5% मतलब 100 के ऊपर 5 से बढ़ गया है, तो इसके लिए हमने 105 दिया है. Now linear simultaneous equation हो गया. This is linear simultaneous equation which obviously I am not going to solve. You will have to solve this, and by solving this you will end up getting A somewhere around 20.25 grams, and then obviously B will be 100 minus this, that is 79.75 grams. Yes. But then you are supposed to find out the percentage. So what is the percentage? है ना, परसेंटेज किसका निकालने का है? Fe3O4 का. करेक्ट ना, दैट इज योर क्वेश्चन. सो ये ऑब्वियसली वैसे भी 100 में ही हमने निकाला है. सो दैट इज गोइंग टू बी योर आंसर 79.75. करेक्ट परसेंट. दिस इज योर आंसर. इज इट देयर इन ऑप्शंस? यस, इट इज ऑप्शन 3. है ना, दिस इज योर फाइनल आंसर, दैट इज ऑप्शन 3. है ना, ये आएगा. Let us see question number 30. weight of 1 liter milk is 1.032 kilograms. It contains butter fat with a density of 865 kilograms per meter cube to the extent of 4% by volume. The density of fat-free skimmed milk will be, and your answers are given. Okay, so let me just begin with the first thing. Let 100 meter cube milk contains 4 meter cube of fat. है ना, दिस इज गिवन इन द डेटा, करेक्ट ना, 4%, ये इसका मतलब हो गया, तो इसके लिए हमने ऐसा 100 लिया है, करेक्ट और नॉट. ओके, देयरफॉर द वेट ऑफ द बटर फैट in 1 meter cube milk should be obviously cross multiplication, and it's going to be 4 upon 100 multiplied by, है ना, ये क्या आएगा 865, क्योंकि डेंसिटी आपको दिया है ना, ये ऐसे 4% का ये करके, so this will be the weight, and it will be somewhere around something 35 kilograms. Okay, now when after calculating this, next thing, the weight of ten raised to 3 centimeter cube, 10 raised to 3 centimeter cube मतलब 1 लीटर हो गया कि नहीं, ये मिल्क है ना, हाउ मच इट इज गिवन ना, 1.032 किलोग्राम्स. ऐसे मैं जानबूझ के ये CM क्यूब ले रहा हूँ, है ना, क्योंकि आगे थोड़ा कन्वर्जन इजी होगा. सो वेट ऑफ 10 raised to 6 सेंटीमीटर क्यूब, है ना, मतलब ये हो गया 1 मीटर क्यूब, है ना, मीटर क्यूब में, अपने को मीटर क्यूब में आंसर चाहिए. यू सी ऑल द ऑप्शंस, इसके लिए मैं मीटर क्यूब कर रहा हूँ. शुड बी वॉट, ऑब्वियसली 1032 किलोग्राम. इधर 1000 से मल्टीप्लाई किया है तो इधर भी 1000 से होगा, है ना, ये ऐड. नाउ वेट ऑफ स्किम मिल्क, देयरफॉर वेट ऑफ skimmed milk should be equal to 1032, this is with minus 35. So whatever is left is the weight of skim milk, 997 kilograms. Yes, correct. Now what, the volume of skim milk, we are supposed to find the volume of the skimmed milk. What will it be? It is 1 liter minus 0.04, so that makes it 0.96. करेक्ट, वो तो क्लियर कट दिया है यहाँ से, है ना, ये आएगा. नाउ व्हाट, डेंसिटी, देयरफॉर डेंसिटी किसका, ऑफ फैट फ्री skimmed milk, what is it, mass 997, है ना, this is in kilograms upon meter cube 96, है ना, so that will be somewhere around 1038.5 kilograms per meter cube. This should be your final answer, and it is there here. Your answer is option 1. Let's see the next question. Question number 31. Seawater contains 65 into 10 raised to minus 3 grams per liter of bromide ions. If all bromide ions are converted to produce Br2, how much seawater is needed to produce 1 kilogram of Br2? So here the reaction is going to be 2 Br minus giving us Br2. Now we know that the equivalence of Br minus should be exactly equal to the equivalence of Br2. So there is going to be weight of Br minus upon the equivalent weight. Equivalent weight is going to be the atomic weight upon the total charge, that is 160 upon 2. So it will be 80 upon, here the weight is given as 1 kilogram. Bromine ka should be converted into grams, that is 10 raised to 3, 1000 grams, correct, upon है ना, इसका भी 80 आएगा equivalent weight. Weight upon equivalent weight, weight upon equivalent weight. Equivalent weight is obviously the atomic weight upon है ना the total charge, ऐसे. तो यहाँ पे 2 आएगा, the valence है ना, ये 80 आएगा, तो 80 तो जाएगा. So you are left with weight is equal to 10 raised to 3 grams, ऐसे. So now we can easily calculate the volume. Therefore sea water needed है ना, उसका जो वॉल्यूम है कैसे आएगा है ना, ये जो वेट है 10 raised to 3, यू सी द यूनिट्स, ये ग्राम्स में है ना, अपॉन 65 इंटू 10 raised to -3 है ना, इसका यूनिट ग्राम पर लीटर है, करेक्ट ना. तो ग्राम जाके आपका आंसर लीटर्स में आएगा है ना. दिस विल गेट एडेड ओवर, राइट, एंड फिर इसका डिवीजन करके अप्रॉक्सीमेटली आपका आंसर जो है दैट विल बी क्लोज टू 15 पॉइंट समथिंग ऐसे. 38 इंटू डेसिमल शिफ्ट करने के बाद यू विल एंड अप गेटिंग दिस एज योर फाइनल आंसर. दिस इज सेकेंड ऑप्शन इज योर फाइनल आंसर. Let us solve next question. Question number 32. The mass of potassium dichromate crystals required to oxidize 760 centimeter cube of 0.6 molar Mohr's salt solution is, and we are given molar masses of potassium dichromate and Mohr's salt. So first thing first, let us see Mohr's salt. Formula for Mohr's salt: ferrous ammonium sulfate. Ferrous ammonium sulfate is famously called as Mohr's salt. The formula for which is FeSO4 dot NH4 twice SO4 ferrous ammonium sulfate, and the water of crystallization is 6 moles of water. So this is ferrous ammonium sulfate, but out of this the only oxidizable part is Fe plus 2. The only oxidizable part is Fe plus 2. So I'll just, that is why I write down, while writing the reaction, I'll only consider Fe plus 2 out of all these things, this thing. And the anion of potassium dichromate will react. You can just write it like this. And this is obviously, this will change from ferrous to ferric. And this will change from Cr plus 6 to Cr plus 3. Like this, and I need to balance this. It should be 2 times. So the total change is here, this should be 6. See, what is oxidation state of chromium here? This is plus 6. Plus 6 into 2 is going to be plus 12. And here it is plus 6. What is the difference? 6. That is why the coefficient becomes 6 here. Correct? And here the difference was 2 to 3 is only 1. So coefficient of here it remains 1. So this is how the reaction stands. We can have the total reaction, we can have H plus, and then we need to balance this H2O. In order to balance the charge, this should be 14 times, this should be 7 times. Now everything is balanced. This is the balanced reaction, right? Now from this reaction, first thing first, I am finding out the millimoles of Fe plus 2. How do we do that? Molarity multiplied by volume in milliliters. So what is the molarity given? 0.6 molar, and volume is in milliliters, 760. So these are millimoles. This is the formula: molarity multiplied by volume in milliliters, that is millimoles, right? Okay, I will explain it at the end of the sum how I got millimoles ka formula. But this is going to give me the millimoles. So if I may multiply this, I'll end up getting this as 450 millimoles. M mole. This is not mole, this is millimoles. So I need to convert that into moles. Therefore, moles of Fe plus 2. This should be divided by 1000. Correct now, so that will give me 0.450 mole. That is what I got. Now from the reaction, if you see the reaction, I'll just write it here. Fe plus 2 and Cr2O7 minus 2. 6 moles of this requires 1 mole of this. Therefore, this is since, therefore 0.450 mole of this will require how many? So that becomes really simple. What will be x therefore? X will be cross multiplication, 0.450 upon 6. So if I actually divide this, I'll end up getting the answer somewhere around 0.075. These are the number of moles of dichromate that I am getting, but I want the answer in grams. Correct? Now that is what they are asking. They are asking me to find out the mass. So I need to convert this. How do we do that? Therefore, mass should be what? Equal to what? Number of moles. Mass of potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7 should be number of moles 0.075 into molar mass. What is the molar mass? 294. So if I just multiply this, I'll end up getting the final answer somewhere in 20s, 22 point something. If you look at the options, 22.05 grams. So your answer is option 3 here. Now the all important concept of millimoles, I'm just trying to explain here. You know the formula for molarity, MOLARITY, molarity. The symbol is M. Number of moles upon volume in liters. So what should be mole from this? It is molarity multiplied by volume in liters. So mole का अगर मिलीमोल हो गया, देखो तो प्रीफिक्स लगा है ना, प्रीफिक्स मिलीमोल, तो इस तरफ भी मिली आएगा. दैट इज मोलारिटी मल्टीप्लाइड बाय वॉल्यूम इन मिलीलीटर्स. करेक्ट? ये फॉर्मूला जो मैंने यहाँ पे यूज किया है मिलीमोल्स के लिए, molarity multiplied by volume in milliliters. It should be like this. Molarity is moles upon volume in liter, right? So from this mole is molarity multiplied by volume in liters. So if I have a prefix here milli, I'll have a prefix here as well. Liter के पहले milliliter आएगा. Molarity into volume in milliliters. Let's see the next question. Question number 33. A student performs a titration with different burets and finds the titer values of 25.2, 25.25 and 25 milliliters. The number of significant figures in the average titer value is, and it is very simple. The average value is what we can calculate here. Average value. How do we find the average value? It should be 25.2 plus 25.25 plus 25 divided by 3. So that is 75.45 divided by 3. Your answer will be 25.15. Correct now, which I can round off as 25.2. Correct or not? This is what I can get. Therefore, the significant figures how many significant figures here considering all this is 3. Your answer is option 3. Let us see next question. In the reaction, you are given a reaction here and we are given 4 options, out of which is correct. The first one is 6 liters of HCl aqueous is consumed every 3 liters of hydrogen gas formed, or 33.6 liters of hydrogen gas is formed regardless of the temperature and pressure for every mole of aluminum that reacts. Third option, 67.2 liters of hydrogen gas at STP is produced for every mole of aluminum that reacts. and 11.2 liters of hydrogen gas at STP is produced for every mole of HCl aqueous consumed. So we'll have to take help of the reaction only. So 2 aluminium solid, I'm not writing solid aqueous now, plus 6 HCl aqueous. This is going to give us 2Al plus 3 plus 5Cl minus plus 3 hydrogen gas. Now here see, this is 6 moles of HCl, correct? Now that requires 3 into 22.4 liters of hydrogen gas. Therefore 1 mole of HCl, this is since, this is therefore, will require how many? It will be obviously 11.2 liters, correct or not? This divide by 6. So this also, if you divide by 6, you'll end up getting 11.2 liters. So your answer is this fourth option. 11.2 liters of hydrogen gas is produced. Every mole means 1 mole of HCl consumed. Your answer is option number 4. Let's see next question. Question number 35. How many moles of magnesium phosphate will contain 0.25 moles of oxygen atoms? So here we have oxygen atoms corresponding to magnesium phosphate, Mg3PO4 twice. And from the formula itself, you can see is 1 mole of this, correct? Now will contain how many? 4 to the 8. 8 moles of oxygen atoms, correct? So this is since 8 moles of oxygen atoms are present in 1 mole of this. So you require how many? 0.25 moles. 0.25 moles. Will require how many moles of Mg3PO4 twice? So it is cross multiplication. 0.25 into 1 upon 8. So what should be the answer? Here if you do the calculations, it should be somewhere around 3.125 into 10 raised to minus 2. This is your answer, second option. If I may divide this by 8, I'll end up getting this after shifting the decimal. Correct? Now these many moles. Let us see question number 36. 2 non-electrolytes are mixed in the following manner. 480 milliliters of 0.15 molar of first solution with 520 milliliters of 1.2 molar of second solution. The molarity of the final solution, it's a very simple question. Final molarity will be M1V1 plus M2V2 upon the total volume, that is V1 plus V2. This is for solution 1 and this is for solution 2. Correct? Now millimoles plus millimoles. Therefore, the final molarity is going to be, now this is M1 is 1.5 into 480. Right? I am taking the values from here. Plus M2 is 1.2 into 520. 520 it is. Upon the total volume, that is going to be 480 plus 520. Therefore, the multiplication of this part is going to be 720 and 1.2 into 520 will be somewhere around 624 upon 1000. So the addition of this is 1344 upon 1000. So your final answer is 1.344 molar. That is option number 3. Let's see the next question, question number 37, which has maximum number of atoms. Now first thing first, the one out of these 4 elements with maximum moles will obviously have maximum molecules. So obviously it will have maximum atoms. Correct? That is why I am going to calculate number of moles. Number of moles is basically mass upon molar mass. this formula is what I am going to use. So number of moles of carbon, the mass is 24 upon 12. Number of moles of Fe, the mass is 56 and the atomic mass or molar mass is 56. So this is 1 mole. Then we have number of moles of aluminium, again mass, given mass upon molar mass. This is again 1 mole. And the last but not the least, mass of silver is the given weight upon atomic weight. This is again 1 mole. So this is your answer. 24 grams of carbon will have maximum number of atoms. Let's see the next question. Mixture X is equal to 0.02 moles of CONH3 5 times SO4 Br and 0.02 moles of CONH3 5 times BrSO4 was prepared in 2 liters of the solution. 1 liter of the mixture X plus excess of AgNO3 gives Y, and 1 liter of the mixture X with excess of BaCl2 gives Z. The number of moles of Y and Z are. So here this is pretty simple actually. The mixture X, like 2 liters of X, the mixture X will contain, from the formula I can say that 0.02 mole, it is given only, 0.02 mole of Br minus. Correct? Now here we have Br minus, so this whole thing has Br minus, and 0.02 mole of SO4 minus 2. Correct? Now it is given in 2 liters. Therefore, in 1 liter, we want 1 liter. 1 liter of X. Here the ratio is 1:1 and the ratio will remain the same. So in 1 liter, as the volume is half, obviously we can say that 0.01 mole of Br minus and 0.01 mole of SO4 minus 2. Correct? Now that should be known to us. Correct? With excess of, now when this is treated with excess of AgNO3. Now what will we get? AgNO3 and Br minus will get what? 0.01 mole of AgBr. And that is your Y here. Correct? Is formed. And with excess of BaCl2, again 0.01 mole of what will be formed? BaSO4. Correct or not? And this is your Z is formed. Correct? So your answer is 0.01 mole and 0.01 mole. This is your answer. The first option is your answer. Please see question number 39, that is the next question. What volume of hydrogen gas at 273 Kelvin and 1 atmospheric pressure will be consumed in obtaining 21.6 grams of elemental boron from the reduction of boron trichloride by hydrogen? So let us first write down the reaction here. Boron trichloride, that is BCl3, undergoes reduction, and this is going to give me, the product is obviously the elemental boron and HCl. I need to balance this reaction. This should be 2 times, this should be 3 times, so that will be 2 and this is 6. So we are only interested in hydrogen and elemental boron. Correct? So 2 moles of this, to obtain 2 moles of this, we require 3 moles of this. But 2 moles of this is how many grams? 1 mole is 10.8 grams. Is twice of this. That will be 21.6 grams. Now coincidentally that is the mass they have given. That much you are supposed to produce. Correct or not? Right? So here we can see we are supposed to find out the volume of hydrogen consumed. So we need to find out the 3 moles I need to convert into volume. So for hydrogen at STP, this is mole concept. We know 1 mole corresponds to 22.4 liters. So 3 moles of hydrogens are consumed here, which is 67.2 liters. That should be your answer. This is the second one. Are you getting it? From the reaction, it is very much clear that in order to produce 21.6 grams of elemental boron, 3 moles of hydrogens are consumed. But 3 moles of hydrogens is 67.2 liters because we are supposed to find volume. Correct? That is your answer, second option. See the next question, question number 40. How many moles of electron weigh 1 kilogram? So here I'll take mass, and here I'll take number of electrons. So mass of 1 electron, number of electrons 1, and this should be known to you. It is not given in the data, so it should be known to you. That is 9.108 to be precise, into 10 raised to minus 31 kilograms. Correct? So this is since, therefore 1 kg of mass will have how many electrons? So X is going to be 1 upon 9.108 into 10 raised to minus 31 number of electrons. Correct? Now this is number of electrons. Right? But I am supposed to find number of moles. So how do we find number of moles? It is number of particle. जैसे यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन है, upon Avogadro's number, that is Na. So this everything divided by Na. Your answer should be 1 upon 9.108 into 10 raised to minus 31 divided by this 6.023 into 10 raised to 23. So this will be 8, 10 raised to minus 8, that is 10 raised to 8 ऊपर आएगा, upon 9.108 into 6.023. You need not do the calculation. This is 10 raised to 8, 10 to the power 8. Here we are. This is your answer, fourth option. See question number 41. In an organic compound of molar mass 108 grams per mole, carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen atoms are present in 9:1:3.5 ratio by weight. Its molecular formula can be. Now the molecular weight is given. The first thing first, we'll see the total parts by weight. That is 9 plus 1 plus 3.5. The total comes out to be 13.5. Now the organic compound and carbon, first thing first. So when the organic compound is 13.5 parts by mass, let's say grams, carbon is present as 9 grams. So in 108, that is the molar mass, how much carbon will be present? So X will be obviously 9 into 108 divided by 13.5. It should be like this. And that comes out to be 72 grams. On the same way, for hydrogen, if you see, the organic compound and hydrogen, when 13.5 grams of carbon compound, we have 1 gram of hydrogen. So the whole of 108 grams, how much of hydrogen will be there? So X will be again cross multiplication, that is 108 upon 13.5. So that comes out to be, if you do the calculations, it will be, I guess, 8 grams. Yes, it will be 8 grams. Right? So here, third one, the organic compound. And this time we are supposed to take nitrogen. So out of 13.5 grams, how much of nitrogen is present? 3.5. So for 108, how much of nitrogen will be there? Again, X is cross multiplication. 108 into 3.5 divided by 13.5. So your answer is going to be 28 grams. Now I'll convert this into number of atoms. This 72. Number of atoms should be mass upon the atomic mass. The atomic mass of carbon is 12. So that is 6. So these two options are gone. And then here again, mass that we are getting is 8. Correct? Upon the atomic mass. So 8. So this is your answer. Correct now. C6 we have, but H10 it is not possible. For nitrogen, your mass is 28. The atomic mass is 14. So it is confirmed that the formula is C6H8N2. Your answer is the first option. Okay, next is question number 42. Equal masses of hydrogen, oxygen and methane have been taken in a container of volume V at temperature of 27 degrees Celsius in identical conditions. The ratio of the volumes of gases of H2 is to O2 is to methane would be. So this is according to Avogadro's law, right? That is equal volumes contain equal number of moles under the standard conditions, correct? Now all the three gases which are given here in the question are hydrogen, oxygen and methane. Now their ratio of number of moles, or you can say volume, it's going to be the same as I said according to Avogadro's law, is going to be weight upon molecular weight. The molecular weight of hydrogen is 2. Weight, I am taking W only because weight of or masses of all the three is same only. So the numerator is going to be the same, only the denominator will change. The molar mass of oxygen is 32 and that of methane is 16. So this ratio is basically actually 16 is to 1 is to 2. So your answer is option 3. Question number 43. When 22.4 liters of hydrogen gas is mixed with 11.2 liters of chlorine gas, each at STP, the moles of HCl gas formed is equal to. So we'll have to write the reaction here first. That is hydrogen gas plus chlorine gas gives HCl gas. This is 1 mole of hydrogen. 1 mole of hydrogen is basically 22.4 liters. Correct? This is 1 mole of chlorine. Again is 22.4 liters. And 2 moles of HCl is basically going to be 44, or rather it gives you 2 moles. Right? Now, as you all can see, this is as per the stoichiometry. 1 is to 1 is to 2. 1 is to 1 is to 2. 1 mole is 22.4 liters. So it is giving us 2 moles. We want the answer in number of moles, so I am taking this as 2 moles only. Right? At STP I can do that. Now, how much of the ratio of hydrogen is to chlorine is this 1 is to 1, right? So here this is only 11.2 liters available. Correct? Now this is available. So out of this which is available, this is 22.4 available liter. isn't it? So out of this, only 11.2 liters will be used and 11.2 liters will remain unused. Whereas this will be consumed totally, correct now? And no, this is unused and zero of this. So this is basically limiting. This is excess. So the product which we get is as per the limiting. That is, you will get 1 mole. Here, that should be your answer because this is half, na? Correct, na? Both are half consumed. The ratio of moles consumed is to formed is 1:1:2. So जितना क्लोरीन का कंज्यूम होता है उसका डबल जो है इधर फॉर्म होना चाहिए. अभी ये हाफ मोल हो गया. अगर मोल में बोलो तो दिस इज हाफ मोल का डबल, तो इसका 1 मोल आएगा. तो दिस इज योर आंसर. Let's see the next question. 1 gram of magnesium is burnt with 0.56 grams of oxygen in a closed container. Which reactant is left in excess and how much? So let us write down the reaction here first. We have magnesium plus O2, which is going to give me MgO, right? So this is, if I balance it, it should be like this. So 2 into magnesium ka atomic weight is 24, so that makes it 48 grams of magnesium requires 1 mole. In terms of mass is 32 grams, which gives some 2 moles of MgO. We are not interested in that. So 1 gram of this will require how much of oxygen? First we'll find out that. So x will be cross multiplication. It is going to be 32 upon 48. So that will be 2 by 3, which is eventually is going to be 0. Recurring of 666. Correct now. This much of oxygen is required. This much is required. This is required, correct now. But what is the availability? 0.56 grams, correct or not? So it is limiting. Oxygen is limiting and magnesium is in excess. ऑक्सीजन की ज़रूरत कितने की है? 0.66 ग्राम की ज़रूरत है, लेकिन अवेलेबल कितना है? 0.56 ही अवेलेबल है. आर यू गेटिंग इट? है ना, मतलब वो क्या हो गया? लिमिटिंग हो गया, और ये क्या हो गया? एक्सेस हो गया. तो ये दो तो आंसर गया. अब ये है, अब मैग्नीशियम कितना बचेगा, दैट वी नीड टू सी, है ना. हाउ मच ऑफ मैग्नीशियम विल बी लेफ्ट. So here, as per the reaction, 48 grams of magnesium requires 32 grams of oxygen. So 0.56 grams will require how much of magnesium? So X will be solved by cross multiplication. Again here 0.56 multiplied by 48 divided by 32. Right, so that makes it 0.84 grams. Now how much of magnesium is available? 1 gram, correct or not? So what quantity of magnesium will be left? There is amount of magnesium left unused should be available is 1 gram minus 0.84. So that makes it 0.16 grams. So this is your answer, which is there. First option. Next question, number 45. 0.25 gram atom of an element weighs 45.2 grams. The atomic mass of the element X is. So for the element X, you can see 0.25 gram atom is equal to 45.2 grams, and since therefore 1 gram atom is equal to what? And whatever the answer of this is actually the atomic mass only. That is the meaning of gram atom, right? So question mark is equal to 45.2 upon 0.25. This is 1 by 4. So basically this is 45.2 into 4, which is going to be 180.8. Do we have an answer there? Yes, here. Your answer is second option. Let's see next question, number 46. The mass of an atom of carbon is. This is pretty simple. You can see since the mass of 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of carbon, this is for carbon I am saying, atoms, this belongs to 12 grams because it is carbon, correct? Now is equal to 12 grams. Therefore, mass of one atom of carbon is equal to X. So X is your final answer. Cross multiplication is going to be 12 upon 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So your answer will be somewhere around 2, correct? Now close to 2, 1.99, little less than 2, so I am taking it as 1.99 into 10 raised to minus 23, correct? That is grams. Your answer is option 3. Let's see next question, question number 47. Number of moles of MnO4 minus required to oxidize 1 mole of ferrous oxalate in acidic medium will be. So here, first thing first, I'm just writing the reactions. Oxalate ion, ferrous oxalate का oxalate ion C2O4 minus 2. Here each carbon is plus 3. Like that you have 2. So total charge is plus 6 here as far as carbon is concerned. Is getting changed into, it will give us a product that is CO2, correct? Now I'll just balance it here. Now each carbon here is plus 4, like that we have 2, so the total charge is plus 8, so we'll have 2 moles of electrons. This is oxidation, correct? Now I'll go for reduction. Permanganate ion is your reactant. In acidic medium, it is bound to give you Mn plus 2. The Mn here is plus 7, correct now? And this is plus 2. So the difference is of 5. Now this equation will be multiplied by 5. This 5 we should multiply it here, and this should be multiplied by 2 in order to make the coefficient of electrons same, correct? And it will get cancelled, and that is why what we are left with is we are going to have 5 times C2O4 minus 2 plus this will be twice MnO4 minus, this is going to give me 2 times CO2, and now this I am supposed to multiply by 5, so this will be 10 times CO2, sorry, and this I am supposed to multiply by 5 plus 2 times Mn plus 2, correct? So this is what the reaction is going to be, right? So from this, so now what we are interested is in MnO4 minus and oxalate ion, correct or not? We need to find what number of moles of MnO4 minus required. So here again I'm just writing it, just here C2O4 minus 2 and MnO4 minus, 5 moles of this requires 2 moles of this, correct or not? So 1 mole of this will require how many, correct or not? So X is equal to cross multiplication, that is 2 by 5, that is 0.4 mole is your answer. If you all see, this is your answer. This reaction I can further balance as well. I'm just showing it. Actually I got the answer, whatever is this, but I'll just show you. We'll have to count number of oxygens. Here the total number of oxygens, as you all can see, 5, this is 20 plus 8, that is 28, and here oxygens we have 20, correct? So here we'll have to add water molecules. And how many water molecules? Jitne ka difference hai? 28 minus 20 is 8. So now we have hydrogens. How many hydrogens here? 16, and here 0 hydrogens. So we'll have to add 16H plus. This is एसिडिक मीडियम. इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं है, अपना प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो गया था, मैं सिर्फ चार्ज वाइज बैलेंस करने के लिए किया. बट योर आंसर इज 0.4 मोल्स, दैट इज सेकेंड ऑप्शन. See the next one, question number 48. An element X has following isotopic composition. and you are given the composition and the percentage, the average atomic mass of X. So how do you find the average atomic mass? It's very simple. It is basically the isotopic mass into the abundance, that is 90 plus 199 into 8 plus 202 into 2 upon the total of the abundance. That is 90 plus 8 plus 2. That always obviously has to be 100. So this is going to be 18,000. This is going to be 1592, and this is going to be 404. Now if I add the numerator, I'll end up getting this as 19,996 upon 100. So your final answer is 199.96, which approximately can be taken as 200 AMU, atomic mass unit. So your answer is this one, fourth one, and it is close to that. Fourth option is your answer. We see the next one. Specific volume of cylindrical virus particle is 6.02 into 10 raised to minus 2 cc per gram, the radius of which is 7 angstrom units and length is 10 angstrom unit. If Na is 6.02 into 10 raised to 23, find the molar mass of the virus in kilograms per mole. Okay, so the radius of the virus is 7 angstrom unit. This first we will convert into centimeters. So angstrom units into centimeters is 7 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeters. Then length, this is going to be, this is 10 angstrom units, which is again 10 into 10 raised to minus 8 centimeters, which is 10 raised to minus 7 centimeters. And I have converted this. Now we can find out the volume of the radius, volume of the virus. Volume of the virus, this obviously is of the virus, and because it is cylindrical, the formula is going to be pi r square L. So this is going to be 22 by 7 into r is 7 into 10 raised to minus 8 ka square into the length is 10 raised to minus 7. So if I may solve this, I'll end up getting this somewhere around 154 into 10 raised to minus 23 cc. Correct? Now what I can get is the weight of one virus. That should be equal to volume upon the specific volume. Correct, which is 154 into 10 raised to minus 23, which we got, and the specific volume is given here, 6.02 into 10 raised to minus 2. See, what is the unit of this cc? And this is cc per gram, correct or not? Per gram. So cc will get cancelled and you are getting the answer in gram, weight. Correct now? So this is correct. Okay, now since the weight of one virus is 154 into 10 raised to minus 23 upon 6.02 into 10 raised to minus 2, something grams. Therefore, weight of Na particles, Na virus, will be equal to molar mass. So molar mass, therefore, of the virus, which we are supposed to find, molar mass should be cross multiplication. Na is 6.02 into 10 raised to 23 multiplied by this whole thing, 154 upon 6.02 into 10 raised to 21 minus 21 upon 1. So this we need to solve. So this will obviously get cancelled and we are left with 15400. Correct now, but this is going to be grams per mole. I need to convert that into kg per mole. So if I convert that into kg per mole, it should be divided by 1000. 15.4 kg per mole. So your answer is somewhere around here, 15.4 kg per mole. That is fourth option. Question number 50. The ratio of Cp and Cv of a gas X is 1.4. The number of atoms of gas X present in 11.2 liters of it at NTP will be. So now the gamma ratio that is Cp by Cv is 1.4. That is, the gas is diatomic. Correct. So now it is very simple. Number of atoms, straight away formula use करते हैं, is number of moles into atomicity into Na. Number of moles is not directly given, but volume is given. So from this we can easily calculate 11.2 liters upon GMV, 22.4 liter per mole. This is multiplied by atomicity is 2. कैसे? यह है ना diatomic, ये gamma ratio से multiplied by Na. So ये तो half है, ये भी cancel हो गया. So what you are left with is Na. मतलब आपका answer is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms. Is it there in the options? Yes, it is. First option. This is your answer. So we have seen a few representative MCQs of some basic concepts of chemistry, and I have solved 2 lectures. I have put 2 lectures on my YouTube channel. The previous lecture 1 was 25 MCQs with their solution, and this lecture is from MCQ number 26 to 50. Some representative questions, higher level MCQs. You can practice them and try solving it at home. If you have difficulties, please put your doubts in the comment box. I will try to answer them. And if you have liked all the explanation, please press the like button and please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.